Joining us now from Perth is Freo star Lachie Neale. And Lachie, I guess so many Fremantle wins in recent times have been inspired by Fife and Sandilands. How satisfying was it that a lot of kids stood up and you had that win on the weekend?
Yeah, it was great. It was a great result for the footy club and for those younger guys as well. A sort of tough month results-wise, but we'd seen some improvement throughout those games that the public might not have seen, and to get the result on the weekend was fantastic. And we know Aaron's not going to be around forever as well, so to get a win without him dominating the ruck was really pleasing.
Seeing young Cox on screen now, played a great game on the weekend. It felt like he'd been sort of threatening to have that breakout game for quite some time. Tell us a little bit more about him as a player and a person.
Yeah, Cox is a really relaxed kid. He's only 19, turning 20, I think, later in the year, and he's just come into the club and slowly but surely progressed into a really decent player. And as you said, over the last few weeks, he's shown glimpses, and it all came together on the weekend. And he played an outstanding game for us in attack. And I think you saw with the ball, he's so composed, and his set shot kicking hadn't been great before the weekend, but he's been working really hard on that and was able to convert quite a few, which was really good.
Now, the Great Dennis Committee compared Adam Cerra to a young Chris Judd the other day, and he's certainly been really impressive and was fantastic in that game as well. Now, let's be honest, he would have been thinking walking away from that game, I'm a Monty for the Rising Star nomination this week. Was he a little bit flat when Cox took it off him?
I actually had dinner with Adam that night that it got announced, and yeah, he was pretty flat. But no, he's a great kid, and I'm sure his time will come. He had a great game on the weekend, and a good move to put him across half back. He's so silky with the ball and really composed for a first-year player. So it's a credit to Adam and our development coaches as well for bringing him and the other first-yearers on so quickly, and I'm sure he'll get a nomination soon.
You mentioned Aaron Sandilands there before. Is there a chance we'll see him against the Blues this week?
Yeah, I think he's a chance. To be honest, I'm not too sure if he's passed the COG test yet, but hopefully he's back this week for him and for the team's sake. But if not, the other guys have done really well in his absence.
Now, we saw on Monday you coach Ross Lyon along with the other 18 coaches in the competition go down the slide. We loved his outfit about the cobbler. What did the players think about it, and did the players have any input into what Ross wore down the slide?
No, I didn't know that he was going to dress up like that, but it was quite amusing. I think Tommy Sheridan sent around a video to all the boys of Ross going down the slide, but it was a great day and a great game as well. I sat back and watched that, and really good pre-game entertainment too, so well done to all the coaches for getting involved in that.
Now, back on the road this week, as you mentioned, you've been a part of Fremantle sides that have been really good on the road, and clearly lately it's been a bit of a struggle. We know you've got a younger team and that makes it more difficult, but what's the key to improving your game on the road and getting some wins before the end of the year? Yeah,
our road form's been disappointing, and there's no other way to put that, but we feel like we're taking steps in the right direction. I think against Collingwood, our last quarter, we started to play a bit better footy, but the first three obviously weren't up to scratch, and we've had a couple of big losses on the road, but we're looking to implement the things that we displayed on the weekend with our attack on the footy and our pressure and whatnot, and if we can take that on the road, it'll hold us in really good stead and hopefully get a result this weekend against Carlton.
And just finally, who puts their hand up to tackle that beast Paddy Cripps on the weekend, or is that a job for the skipper, Nat Fife?
Yeah, I'm not too sure yet. We'll probably go through a few matchups and whatnot tomorrow before training and stuff, so we'll figure a little bit of that out. But it'd be a great spectacle to see Nathan and Paddy Cripps going head-to-head, but he's probably a little bit too big for me, so I might leave that to Nat or Connor Blakely or someone like that.
Yeah, smart call, I reckon. Lachie, thanks so much for your time. A great win last week, and let's hope you can repeat that one on the road this weekend.
Thanks, Julian. Thanks for having me.